Coronavirus cases are surging across the United Kingdom. Johns Hopkins is reporting the UK has more than 765,000 coronavirus cases and more than 44,000 people have died from the disease. In this week's edition of London Calling, Simon Bates takes a look at the restrictions being put in place.
Now listen very carefully, America, and you might hear the sound of the United Kingdom creaking as different parts of our country react in different ways to the second wave of the virus. Wales has just announced a 16-day firebreak lockdown starting on Friday. People will be ordered to stay at home and restaurants and non-essential shops will close. They're calling it a short, sharp shock. Northern Ireland has already started its clampdown with restaurants and cafes barred to eat-in customers for 4 weeks. People living in some parts of Scotland have been asked to stay in their neighbourhood and to avoid public transport. More restrictions are expected in the next few days. And in the middle of all this stands England, with a rather complicated policy of limited regional lockdowns as hotspots flare up. It's designed to avoid another damaging national shutdown, which cost us a fortune last time. And it's left Prime Minister Boris Johnson locking horns with local mayors over how much compensation the government will pay out. But if the regional lockdowns don't work, he could be forced into more drastic measures he desperately doesn't want to take, which could lead to dire consequences for his position in his party and maybe even in the country. Meantime, these shops in my local town are a mirror of those in big cities. They've taken hit after hit since our earlier lockdown, and now they're worried about what's coming around the corner. It's becoming clear that Boris Johnson's strategy of dealing with this virus can be summed up in 3 words: push and pray. Push down the peak, even if it means temporarily damaging the economy, and then pray. Pray that someone somewhere brings out a vaccine. Fast. That's London Calling for today. This is Simon Bates for CBS News in Devon.